Dear audience, I'm very pleased to introduce you a friend of mine, Katja Patel. Katja is not only my yoga teacher, she's also my classmate at the Ayurveda Pure Academy. We had done the Ayurveda Diet and Lifestyle Consultancy Diploma together. Hi, Katja. Welcome to my channel.
Hi, Vijaya. Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, thanks a lot for giving us your time, and I hope to bring you back in for more sessions. So before I jump into discussing the topic with you, Katja, I'm going to give a brief introduction of today's topic to my audience, and then we'll start our discussion. So hello, audience. So today's session, we are going to discuss a very important topic, that is the 7 chakras in yoga from Ayurveda perspective. Okay, so most of us may have already heard of the 7 chakras in Ayurveda, in yoga, from Muladhara Chakra to the Sahasrara Chakra, and probably we may have heard it from the spiritual practice perspective. But in Ayurveda, these 7 chakras are associated with certain endocrine glands. And we know that endocrine glands have got a very important function. They produce hormones and they control the physiological functions of our body. Any malfunctioning of these endocrine glands can result in ailments. For example, malfunctioning of pancreas can result in diabetes, malfunctioning of thyroid can result in hypothyroidism, etc. So Ayurveda has got specific treatment methods to treat such malfunctions. For example, treatments such as basti, massages, diet, Ayurvedic medicines, and also yoga. So we may see yoga as a spiritual practice or as a physical exercise, but Ayurveda sees as one of the very important treatment methods. So in today's session, we are going to discuss a specific topic, that the 7 chakras, with Katja, who is a very well-trained and experienced yoga teacher. And with that in background in mind, let's start the discussion now. Katja, once again, welcome. To start with, can you please let us know your qualifications and what do you do currently?
Well, I trained back in Germany about 20 years back as a yoga teacher with a body there, which is similar to the British School of Yoga here. So it's a governing body. And I did 4 years of yoga training with them. And then I moved to England. And in England, I did additional training for pregnancy yoga, restorative yoga, and I did tutor training as well to offer foundation courses, sorry, which are sort of a base for people who want to self-develop or to go into teacher training, and also tutor training for offering teacher training.
Okay, that's great. So how did you develop interest in yoga?
Well, I developed an interest, or I always had an interest in meditation. So I wanted to learn to meditate. And I wanted to learn the Buddhist meditation. Okay. But then one of my colleagues, she asked me to accompany her to a yoga session. And I was not too enthusiastic about it to start off with. But once we had this session, when I came out of this session, I felt like heaven. I have scoliosis in the spine, so I always had backaches, my whole body ached. Yeah. And when I came out of this, was only a 45-minute session. There was none of that there. Okay. And from that onwards, then I developed my interest in yoga, and I started then and never stopped.
That's great. That's great. So I know yours is a very good example of how ailments are treated with yoga.
Absolutely.
And yeah, and how did you get interested in Ayurveda?
Well, I practiced and trained. There was a school of yoga and Ayurveda. Oh, okay. And they were then, but they still are, affiliated to the Ajna village in near Lonavala. And so the head of the center came 2, 3, 4 times a year and talked about Ayurveda, meditation, all of that. Okay. And his wife came and did cooking classes, and so with that, my interest developed. So it was always as one, and it was always seen as sort of complementing each other.
Okay.
And but then I got ill with my body developed ulcerative colitis.
Okay.
And then I developed much more deeper interest in Ayurveda, because changing my diet and changing certain lifestyle aspects really helped to control, manage the colitis.
Right, right. And you also told me that you went to India and got Panchakarma done there.
Many times, yes.
Many times. Okay,
It was a long-term project.
Yes, yeah. And so when I took yoga classes with you, I was really impressed the way you explained chakras to us. So I'm hoping that my audience also can learn about the chakras from you, the way you taught us. So I'm going to go through each chakra. And before that, just I have one question. We learned about the 7 chakras. Are there any additional more chakras in the body, or are there just 7 chakras?
They're the main chakras in the body. So they are seen as other chakras, lower chakras, where they are more connected to the animal kingdom. And but we are working with these 7 chakras.
Okay, great. So let me share the screen, the presentation that you shared with us in the class, yes, so that we can go through that. Okay, so you can see the screen now.
Yes.
The first one, Mooladhara Chakra, in the Ayurveda class, we learned that this is anatomically and physiologically, it is associated with the reproductive system. So can you explain further?
This is more, the second one is more connected to the reproductive system. So the first one, the root chakra, is more connected to the entire body. And it is sort of our sense of we are here in this life, our sense of, creating that life, having a house, shelter. So the basic needs of our life. That's what the Muladhara Chakra is about. And it is about, like you can see on the screen as well, it's about job, the money, and it relates to this more instinctive behavior. It is the fear of life, and it is more connected. That's how I've learned it with the adrenal glands, where they are also responding very quickly, when we feel stressed. So when we think our life is in danger, and that's the Muladhara Chakra. So as the base of our life.
Okay, so and there are yoga asanas associated with Muladhara Chakra to overcome these fears and all that?
Yes, they are. I don't see it so much as particular asanas are connected to particular chakras. When we focus, for example, when we are in standing postures, so we have that sense of standing, connecting to the earth, connecting to strength. And but we can also do that when we're sitting, we can connect to that sense of foundation that we have in each and every pose. But I would say traditionally it is more the standing postures where we really need to harness the support of the earth.
Okay, so that's why it corresponds to the earth element.
Exactly, it corresponds to the earth element. You see this golden yellow square. It's also the color of the earth. So these chakras, as you see them here, you often have the square as red, as the color of the chakra here. These are more the color of the elements,
Elements. Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next one is the Swadhisthana Chakra. Where is it located? Which endocrine glands and which system associated with this? And
so the Swadhisthana Chakra is just a little above, in sort of mid pelvis, and this connects to the water element. And with that, through our emotional life, relationships, and our connection to life in this emotional field. And that connects to the reproductive system, so the ovaries and the testicles and the hormones that are related to that.
Right. Okay. So and you, when you had done the chakras with us that day, you made us focus on Swadhisthana Chakra.
Swadhisthana Chakra, the water element. So you think of this flowing, flowing movement, but you also can connect, because it is mid-pelvis or in the hip area. So all hip opening postures, they are really good for that. So it both, again, in standing, like triangle pose, or Parshva Konasana, side angle pose, but also the traditional seated, like wide angle Upavista Konasana or Baddha Konasana. They are all really good to connect to this chakra. You can also see it has this crescent shape, of like a crescent moon. And exactly that one. And it is very much with a bit of fantasy and imagination, or fancy imagination. It is like sitting in Baddha Konasana,
right,
or cross-legged.
Right. So any reproductive ailments and
any reproductive ailments,
treatment methods. Yeah.
But also, see, on the emotional level, because it connects to the emotion, all these strong emotions of jealousy, of being jealous, really, of what others have, and also in relationships.
Okay, so this also, we can bring positive changes to such emotions.
Absolutely, positive changes through either, you see here that they all have a mantra to go with them. So the Muladhara Chakra has Lam, and the Swadhisthana Chakra has the Vijaya mantra of Vam. So you can chant those and visualize the chakra as a way, to work with it as well on a more subtler level.
Okay. And then you have the Manipura Chakra, which is associated with the endocrine gland, pancreas, right?
Pancreas, right. That's right. So Manipura Chakra is navel area, and it is the fire element. So it is everything that we need to transform. We need to transform all the informations that are coming in from our senses. We need to transform them as well into whatever we can use, whatever we don't need. And so this is the Manipura Chakra at the navel area, fire element, because the fire is for transformation. And it is also, like you see, they all have senses connected to them as well. And the fire element has the sight, so it's also for the eyes, vision. And the vision. And and it deals with, on the emotional level, also on this stronger of joy or enthusiasm, being supportive. So you think of, on a day like this, the sun is out, so the outer fire is out. We are more enthusiastic, and when we have this set of clouds dampen this the light a little bit more. And so when our inner fire is burning brightly, then we are more enthusiastic. We experience more joy because everything works well and works better. If there's a little bit too much of a fire, then it goes into more anger and a bit more aggressive behavior or thoughts.
Right. Okay. So basically it helps with transformation, whether it is transforming the food that is digesting food or digesting emotions, and any positive changes we need to bring to pancreas gland. We can work on Manipura Chakra through yoga.
Exactly. The Manipura Chakra has, there you do this, for example, this strong breathing kriyas like Pastrika or Kapalabhati. They are to stoke this fire. You can also connect any other pose, like these strong standing postures, for example, as well, or seated postures with breathing with down to navel, and with the out breath, drawing more in the navel towards the spine, so that you have this constant movement of the abdominal wall, and you have this constant, like there as well, like stoking the fire with your breath.
Okay, yeah, that's great to know. And then the next one, as we're going up the spinal cord right now, so the Anahata Chakra, and Anahata Chakra is related to heart and the thymus gland, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So that's for the immune system again. So the thymus gland is for producing the T cells, helping us to fight illnesses.
Yeah. And we call it ojas in Ayurveda.
Yeah, we call it ojas, absolutely. And this is connected to the air element. You see this little grayish wave-like shape going through the center, so the air, and it connects because it is right here in the middle, so it connects to the heart, the lungs, and the sense of touch. And it is the center where we connect to others. The lower three, they are more dealing with us. We are sort of creating our feet in our life, our emotional life. We're transforming it, and here we are. This is the center where we experience love, unconditional love, where we are reaching out to others, where we want to help others, and where these very much softer emotions are coming in.
Okay.
And we can, just to say, we can connect to that with everything what we do with the arms. So it's also for arms, arm movements, or back bends, opening the front. So they are all helpful in with the Anahata Chakra as well.
Okay, so the back bends and the
back bends, yes, they are really good.
Stretching the arms, and okay. And then the next one is Vishuddha Chakra. It's around throat area and associated with the thyroid glands.
Yes, absolutely. So it's associated with the thyroid glands, and it is our center of communication. Where we speak, where we sing, where we chant. So it is everything about expressing ourselves. And it has the element of space, ether. The hearing is connected to that as the sense. And it is also, because it's in the area, so it is neck at the back, the neck and the shoulders. So when there is tightness, tensions, when we are sitting in those areas, then obviously we do, again, movements with the arms. But traditionally, the Vishuddha Chakra is also, everything where we bring chin to chest, so the Jalandhara Bandha, or bridge pose, where we also bring the chest towards the chin, shoulder stand, Savanasan, Halasan, the plow pose, where they work directly with the area.
With Vishuddha Chakra. Okay, so any positive changes to thyroid glands?
Yes.
One of the treatment methods include focusing on Vishuddha Chakra.
Absolutely, yes. They are very recommended. You see, these are also recommended in the shoulder stand, bridge, halas, and they're also recommended for the thyroid, to practice.
Right. That's shoulder stand. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you told us. Yeah, and then the third eye point, the Agnet Chakra, and it's associated with the pituitary, pineal, and the hypothalamus glands.
Yes. So this connects very much to the brain, again, because it is eyebrow center. So on the other side are the glands that are regulating, sleep and temperature, and so many all functions really in our body are controlled with the brain. So it is a very important center. And here you only have 2. You see, you have this blue circle, and with the others, you saw there were more petals, and here you're back to 2 only.
Yeah.
And it is the ether is here connected to that, so that sense of space and yeah, whatever, you know, for us also expansion, for us also mental expansion, you know, creating this space in our mind. And here you can work with drishti, you know, focusing your gaze quite strongly with that meditation. So these are more the subtler practices. They're coming into these upper chakras.
Okay, so whenever we focus drishti, like in candlelight meditation.
Exactly, candlelight meditation.
Yeah.
Or gazing at one point, gazing at the tip of your nose, gazing in between the eyebrows, and yeah. So, but also, you know, when we do our asana practice, you can always focus the eyes on something as well. So then it helps already there to bring more focus into the practice and more direction as well.
Right. In 3 pose, you always told us to not move the gaze. Yeah.
Exactly. All balance poses.
to balance the standing pose, to balance the legs, we have to balance the gaze.
Yeah, we have to balance the gaze, because when the eyes are moving, the brain is moving, everything is moving. So we need to focus everything in.
Right. This is our central command and control system. And this is, and then finally, the highest chakra, the Sahasrara Chakra.
Yes. 1,000 petal lotus.
Yeah. The 1,000 petal lotus, right? It's the most spiritual thing. Yeah.
Yes. It's the most spiritual chakra, most where we say this is pure consciousness. So there's nothing that we need to do, you know, there's nothing there. Everything has been done. The work that you do through the lower chakras, you know, to connect to bring the energy into the Sahasrara Chakra and connect to the pure consciousness.
Okay. So, so basically, when we work through all the other 6 chakras, we finally reach the Sahasrara Chakra, which is a rare event. Yes.
Well, no, I don't say it's a rare event. So we can always connect to, you know, we can always connect to that. I think it's a rare event to stay there and to be in that place. But all of us have experienced moments where we can feel, you know, this eternal bliss, where nothing matters and we're just there and we're just happy the way it is. Unfortunately, we have the difficulties to maintaining that state, but I think we all have had glimpses of being connected to the Sahasrara
Chakra. Okay, staying there in that condition is more difficult, but you're saying we have had that bliss, momentary connection with the Sahasrara Chakra. So you know, thanks a lot, Katja. That's very useful introduction, and you know, and connecting Ayurveda and yoga, especially the very important the chakras. And you know, I'd like to bring you back for more discussions in the future about other specific topics, like, you know, how have you told us about you know, this particular breathing exercise is helpful for this ailment, and you know, and vata ailments, pitta ailments, kapha ailments. If you have inflammatory diseases, you should be doing these asanas but not these asanas. If you're, you know, like obesity kind of diseases, or if you have mandagni like hypothyroidism, you told us in the classroom. So I hope to bring you back, and you know, thanks a lot for your time.
You're very welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Dear audience, please like and share this video and subscribe to my channel so that I can bring more experts like Katja. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye.